Sage Intacct community and resources coming from Kim Denton and Krista Nash.
My name is Kim Denton. I'm the Customer Success Manager here at Dean Dorton, and Krista is going to be joining me today, and we're going to talk about some of the resources that are available within Sage Intacct, because you've seen a lot of information today, and you've probably seen a lot of screens that have information on it, and you're like, hey, that doesn't look like my screen. Why can't, I pull up all those things? You have to remember a lot of core module that you're paying for. So if you're not using if you're only using General Ledger, AP, and AR, you probably want to look into other areas like purchasing, order entry, cash management, if you want to do your bank reconciliations and the upcoming credit card reconciliations. Because there are other modules within Sage Intacct, whether they be at no charge included in your core or at a charge, that can help you become more efficient. And always you want to look at those new features that come out with the releases every quarter that we have, and take advantage of the smart rules that Jim showed earlier, smart rules and smart events that Ian showed, and the, like the upcoming credit card feed and reconciliation. And one note to remember, when these new releases come out, if you're an admin in Sage Intacct, you want to go in and make sure you're checking all of your permissions after every release, because a lot of times these new features that are released, you have to have permission to those. So make sure you're checking your permissions after the releases. And then after you've seen all this today, what you want to go back and do is think about doing a process review. Are you doing things in Sage Intacct, outside of Sage Intacct right now, that you can bring into Sage Intacct and be more efficient and save time? Look at your processes around your closing. Just take some time to write those things down, and those are the things that we can help you with here at Dean Dorton, help you work through those and make sure you're using Sage Intacct to the best of its ability and your ability. Now, as we went through some of the things, you're probably, how am I going to remember all this? So when you're in your Sage Intacct environment, remember there's always a help and support. In your right-hand corner, say you're looking at invoices and accounts receivable, and you want help on that particular page you're in. Up in the right-hand corner, you're going to see help and support, and then you have the options of help on this page. And then that's going to bring up information that's pertinent to the page you're on. So anything that you've seen today that you want to do that, just bring it up on your screen, go into the help and support, help on this page, and get that information out of there. Also, when you go up to help and support, you get a screen that's going to show a lot of these headers: basic applications, reporting, administration, and more. And you've got all these things under these headers that you can look into. Say you want to know more about dimensions. Go into basics, into dimensions, and these are clickable, so it'll take you out to more information. Applications. Say you learned more today about cash management, and you want to look into that and find out more about that. Or purchasing. Go into here and look at these applications and see what's in there and find out more information. So these are always available under these headers that you can go into within Sage Intacct. That's in your help, again, in the right upper hand corner of every page that you're on in your instance. Now, if there's something that you go in and you can't figure out and you say, hey, I just need some more help, know that we are always here to help you at Dean Dorton. Most of you know our ERP support at ddaftech.com. That's our support address. You can email your questions in, the things that you need help on, and we'll be glad to help you with that. We'll assign, consultants out, maybe somebody you've worked with before, maybe somebody new, but we'll get you the help that you need when you email ERP support. It gives you access also to our customer support portal where you can review support tickets. So if maybe there's something you asked a few months ago and you run into that same issue and you can't quite remember how you fixed it, you can go in there and take a look at your past tickets. If you're involved in a project with one of our consultants, you can review your projects in the portal as well. And in the future, we're going to have in the portal, we're going to have a knowledge base so that you can go in there and look at frequently asked questions and kind of self-help, that sort of thing. So now I'm going to turn it over to Krista. She's going to talk to you about another resource, our Sage Intacct Learning Center.
Thanks, Kim. So Sage Intacct provides hands-on training through their web-based courses for each of the modules within their cloud-based accounting platform. This tool affords you the ability to train new users, to train new or current users on new advanced features, like including the quarterly release product updates by Sage Intacct, and allows users at any level to refresh or upgrade their skills for Sage Intacct's accounting software. There are 2 ways to access the Learning Center. The first is directly within the Sage Intacct product, and the second is through the Sage Intacct website. Both methods will require users to request an account by entering some quick registration information in order to obtain login access to the Learning Center. The registration must be done to an individual's corporate email address and not a department or group email account. Once a user requests an account, they'll receive an email with login access credentials that will walk you through first-time entry into the Learning Center. The Learning Center provides a variety of learning topics in multiple format deliverables for your convenience, giving you the freedom to customize your learning to meet your individual or business needs within the accounting software. This online resource gives you the opportunity to learn directly from Sage Intacct instructors through one of the instructor-led classroom courses that are scheduled throughout the year, at least pre-COVID and hopefully soon to return. However, if you are unable to attend a live classroom-based training course, you can save travel time and money by attending one of the many virtual training classes for a deep dive into the various modules. Both the in-person and virtual classroom-based training courses are fee-based, but they do provide very thorough training by Sage Intacct experts in the selected course module. For first-time users or for those whose schedules dictate, Sage Intacct Learning Center provides free self-paced video tutorials that allow you to learn at your own pace, whether it be scheduled time during the day, an extra 30 minutes in the evening, or spare time on the weekend for you workaholics and overachievers. You can choose from a variety of self-paced videos to either get you started or to advance your proficiency in any given module. As you learn at your own pace, the Learning Center saves the your course of study at your pause moment until you're able to return. These videos have user interaction through guided steps and questions throughout to help a user assess whether they are grasping the topic or perhaps need to rewind for further review of a specific area in the session. You can always go back to these videos at any time to refresh your knowledge. I know for me, I have picked up on something different a time or two when reviewing these videos a second time. So now let's look at how you navigate your landing page within the Learning Center. The landing page will give you access to all areas of the Learning Center, your first option being the search function on the far left. You can search a multitude of topics via the search bar, either by known class name or by using the asterisk as a wildcard tool to search by a term if you don't know the exact name. You can also search by keyword, delivery method, or location as well. The second icon from the left on your landing page is the catalog icon. When you click on this icon and access the Learning Center catalog, here you will find an alphabetical listing of all course offerings, both instructor-led and self-paced courses. You can use the catalog section to view course descriptions, view a list of prerequisite courses that will need to be taken prior to the course selected, and view the schedules for the different offerings made available to you. Moving on to the third icon on the navigation page, you will find the Learning Path icon. This is perhaps my favorite function within the Learning Center, aside from the learning itself, of course. The Learning Path section allows you to view suggested courses for various roles within your team. Whether you are an AP or AR processor, controller, implementation specialist, or system administrator, the Learning Path section will show you which courses are most pertinent for your role. You will see a list of the recommended courses, including any prerequisites you will need, core courses, and additional on-demand or instructor-led courses made available to you for additional learning. The certification icon is your next option in the lineup. Not everyone feels the need to get certified. However, if you do, it is an option with Sage Intacct to take an exam and obtain certification. The certification page will give you access to the respective certification guides, as well as access to registration for each exam. Keep in mind that there are fees associated with these exams, so please make certain you have done the related course study to avoid having to retake this exam. The last icon I want to talk about on the Learning Center's landing page is the My Learning icon. When you click on this icon, it takes you to a list of all the training courses you have already completed and the status of the ones you currently have in progress. This is the section you can go to launch or relaunch any of your registered courses. For any course you decide you want to take, you simply hit the register button when on the course page. It will take you through the registration and checkout agreeing to any given terms and conditions, and making any payment if the course is fee-based prior to confirming registration. For the self-paced courses, you have the option to launch immediately at the time of registration, or of course come back to your My Learning section at any time to do so. Sage Intacct's Learning Center will provide all user levels training courses to meet their learning needs. Whether you are a new or current business user, a Sage Intacct administrator or implementation consultant, the Learning Center will give your team the Sage Intacct confidence and proficiency within your accounting software to function at its best. On this slide is just a small example of courses by category that are available for you. Many of the Learning Center resources are free or at least offer CPE credits on the fee-based learning courses. And these training courses will provide invaluable knowledge and utilization thereof that will most definitely enhance not only you as an employee, but your team and your company also. So please, please, please take advantage of this resource and maximize the benefit of your accounting software. Back to you, Kim.
Thank you, Krista. We appreciate you giving us the information on the Sage Intacct Learning Center. And a lot of the things that you've seen today, there's training in the Learning Center on those. So make sure you check that out when you get a chance to. The next thing we want to talk about is the community. Now, we're going to go into the community a little bit, and I'm going to show you some of the things in the community. Once you sign in, this is what yours is going to look like. Very similar to mine. Mine's slightly different. But there's some places I want to point out that you're going to want to check out when you get into the community. One of the things up top is the Connect area. This is where you're going to be able to connect with the Sage Intacct community group as a whole. People just like you are coming in here from different countries, companies, E2B Technologies, Chalkbeat, and they're asking questions about Sage Intacct. So this is definitely an area you want to get into and join. There's also other groups that pertain particular to certain areas. So that's something you want to check out in here. And there's a list of active groups over to the left. So if you're a developer and that's something that's interesting to you about the API and the connections in Sage Intacct, you definitely want to join that group. And you can go up in your settings and change the frequency which you receive the information and the emails, that sort of thing. But there's more information through in here. If you're interested in the Sage Intacct budgeting and planning, you can join this group. You have to ask to join. But there's several different groups in here that you might want to check out as you're in the community. Now also, if you'll notice across the top here, there's also 1099 help, which we get asked about a lot. So you can go in here and see if you can find the answers there yourself. And over to the right, you'll notice under the featured links, we have areas about the release notes. And another one I want to point out that's really important is top resources. Now this is where you're going to go if you're a new user or a seasoned user to Sage Intacct. If you're a new user, I highly recommend going into this top resources section and coming here. It's a list that's going to give you plenty of information about product tours, the community, the Learning Center, the Help Center. It's just a lot of information, tutorials for you. So please, if you're a new user to Sage Intacct, go in here. And even if you're not a new user, sometimes you'll go in and pick up things that you didn't know before. If you're an experienced user, you can always come in here to this area and look at different advanced courses in the Learning Center, the developers group, look up user guides, but there's a lot of information in just this one section under the resources. So check out the top resources. Now there are also, there's a connection here to the Sage Intacct Learning Center, but Linda mentioned earlier in her presentation ideas. This is where if you have an idea about Sage Intacct, you would come in and you can enter that idea. Now the newest ideas are located in this bottom right quadrant here, but if you want to view all, you can view all, and you can see what other people are coming up with ideas, ways to improve Sage Intacct, and you can vote on these ideas. So it's important that you get in here and just check out what's going on with Sage Intacct. Now you can do a search if you have an idea to see if it's already out there, and if it is, you can vote on it. And a lot of the ideas and the improvements that come out in the releases come from these ideas. So make sure you go in here and check these out. It's another area that's really important in the community for you. Another thing that you want to check out, we get asked about dashboards a lot. Now, I'll go ahead and say that this is not a template. These are not templates for dashboards. These are examples of dashboards. Say you're your CFO, and you want to just see some examples of templates that are in some of the dashboards. what you can do is come in here and you can see what other CFOs are using in their dashboard, and it gives you some ideas of what you might want to use in your dashboard. Now, once again, this is not a template for you to go and install on your dashboard. It just gives you some ideas of some different templates within the community that you can check out. And there's a whole list of dashboards there, so you definitely want to check those out. And lastly, I'll mention some of the Sage Intacct, what we call power users that are within Sage Intacct. Two of those people that I will recommend that you follow are Audra Weller and Tanya Bush. They are great Sage Intacct power users, and they put out wonderful information each week. So definitely you want to follow Audra Weller. She publishes a weekly blog. I think it's called the Monday Mojo, and you can find that over here to the side. Down in here, it's going to be in here, you can find it. And then there's also a Tuesday Insights that someone else publishes, and a Thursday Tips. So go in here and check these things out, because it's a lot of information that people are asking questions and that she's sharing the answers with. So the last thing I'm going to mention at this point, after the community and the Sage Intacct Learning Center, is the Sage Intacct Advantage. A lot of you are asking questions about, are we going to have Advantage this year? And yes, we are, but it's going to be a virtual experience. So it's October 20th and 21st, and registration will be coming out the end of August. So you see the website below. Go ahead and tag that, and updates will be available there. But if you see anything here that you don't have access to, please, by all means, email me. I'll be glad to get you signed up for any of these. But they are definitely things that you want to take advantage of because there's a lot of good information. So please contact me if you need any help with anything that you've seen during my session or anything today that you've seen.
Thank you, Kim. We do have like a minute for questions if anybody wants to type anything in. Just a couple things. I know we're at the top of the hour. We were supposed to have some time for a raffle. Sage Intacct is giving away like an awesome box of goodies, mailing that over, and then we are mailing a Fire HD tablet. So later on, I'm just going to use like this name generator, and if you are chosen, I will send you an email. So keep an eye out for emails. If you think of any questions or if you are interested in any of this stuff that you saw today, I know some people were asking about Power BI, the add-on solutions. We're always here for you. You can email us at erpsupport@ddaftech.com, and we will definitely help you. Thank you all for joining us. I hope not all of this went over your head. I think it was great information. Thank you to the Dean Dorton team and all of our guest speakers. We appreciate your time. And thanks everyone for being flexible with the technology issues. And I hope everyone stays safe and has a great rest of their week.